Our political editor, Darren McCaffrey, is in Westminster. And Darren, Suella Braverman is going to be live on this very show a little bit later on in the House of Commons, standing up. Lots to talk about in terms of the migrant detention centre, yes, but also about this issue that she breached the ministerial code, not once, not twice, but as we understand it, 6 times. Talk to me.
Yeah, indeed. The statement is fundamentally meant to be about what happened in Dover over the weekend, both at those processing centres in Dover in Kent and also in Madston in Kent as well. But you're right, many of the questions, I think, coming after that statement will be about this issue when it comes to the emails that we now know that she sent to a private email account from a work account, not just on one occasion, which ultimately led to her resignation a couple of weeks ago when Liz Truss was Prime Minister, do you remember that time, but actually 6 occasions in total since the start of September. Now, her argument is twofold. First of all, it was just a sensible thing to do. She was often on Zoom calls, on the move. She needed to have access to this information. Effectively, she needed 2 phones, so it was just practically sensible to do this, though it was a breach of the ministerial code. It's something she's admitted she has done, and she's apologised for it. The second argument is that actually, at the end of the day, these were not sensitive documents. They essentially were not going to compromise national security, if you like. Now, that's interesting because that version of events has been backed up by Downing Street, but at the time, Downing Street, by the way, with Rishi Sunak in charge, but at the time, on the Wednesday, less than 2 weeks ago when she had to resign, we were told the reason she had to go is because these were highly sensitive documents. So there seems to be a bit of disparity there. And also on the timeline of events, she's always argued that when she realised she'd made the mistake, she flagged this up to MPs and to the civil service. It's looking increasingly likely that effectively she had to own up after she was caught out. So there'll be lots of questions about this. Why does it matter? I think for 2 reasons, at least those that are pretty angry about it would say it matters, Patrick. First of all, that this does genuinely compromise potential security. She is the Home Secretary, after all. It's a very sensitive job. You shouldn't be making mistakes like this. And second of all, Labour would argue this is a sign that ultimately, at the end of the day, actually it's the same old Tories, not much changed under Rishi Sunak. In the end, though, I think the more important issue today is what is happening at those processing camps in Kent and her role in possibly exacerbating the situation there. It will be a pretty interesting, pretty spicy moment of Parliament in just over an hour's time when she stands up at the dispatch box to answer those questions.